Okay, I'm going to pick the pad up now, and you can kind of see how runny it is, and I'm already getting some drips and runs, and I love those because that's what makes it, that's what takes me out of the equation and lets the medium paint it, which is the ink. I've got a lot of ink on here right now. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is. Oh, there it goes. So I'm just going to spray, and I'm going to stay within this shape. I'm just not going to spray all over it. I'm going to try to stay within this shape and just see what happens. And up closer, and then I'm going to just be master of the universe. I'm just going to pick this up and move it back and forth and tickle a few edges. And here I can go paint with my my stick. I'm going to lower this a little bit more so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to see it's already looking like a landmass. Maybe here are some a grove of trees in here. I don't know yet until I see what it's going to give me. This top part right here, I'm going to take this bristle brush, and I'm just going to brush it a little bit, and so that's going to give me that hillside tree line. See, it's already starting to look like landmass to me. So having said that, I'm going to introduce a little blue using atmospheric perspective. I'm going to use the formula that warm comes forward and cool recedes. And here I am going to add just, if I can get any out of here, I'm kind of running out of ink. I just want to add a little blue that's happening in here just to connect those two shapes. And in fact, I think I'll just go up that way with it. Well, that's going to make a nice little hill back there, I think. Who knows? So once again, I see I have a big puddle here right now. I could blot that. I could do something with that. I could let it still drip and run. I do want to get this started here. I like the way that that will blend in there. Oh, that's not bad. Nice little drip going on. That's what you're going to get. I'm going to blot it in here a little bit because, see, I want some of that blue. I know there's blue underneath there to show through. And this way I can also just take my my dagger brush, and I can start adding a few little trees or something going on in here. I'm just touching this. I'm trying to build a just something that approximates, in this case, snow-covered hills. Also, while this is happening, I think I will, this is distracting me, so I think I will blot this off. That's not too bad. And I think I will use my scraping tool where I can actually sculpt some things. I can put this hill in front of that hill. Oh, look, it's going to run back on there. Wow, that's kind of cool. I'm just going to make a little impressions. Just have fun with this. It's already kind of looking like something. I don't know what, but it's looking like something that's kind of interesting that represents landmass. What haven't I used? I used this stick. Oh, here's some blue happening over here. So maybe I'll just. This is not my atomizer. This is a Windex bottle, and I use this because I can make it sprinkle. I can make it sprinkle. See that beautiful texture that's coming up here? I can make it that. I can make it bloom, blossom. I'll see if I can't get that a little closer. And you can see all this stuff happen while it's happening in real time. So you can kind of get an idea of how you can play with this and really create a lot of different looks, textures. Excuse me while I'm moving this around. I'm trying to give you the best view I can of this. There we go. I think I will. I haven't used this yet. I haven't used my my brush yet, but I could just to do that, extend that out for my horizon line, and that could be some more of that horizon line. And I think I'll just smush around in there and let it grow and flow. So that's kind of a believable little scene we've got going there. And if I want to, I think I'll try to connect this a little bit more by putting in some trees in here. It doesn't take much to kind of make this look like something that is suggesting a reality as opposed to being so literal with it. So that's that. I haven't used this bark yet. I don't know what I'll get with that, but I'm going to smush around in this plate where I have both of these colors on here, and just see what, maybe that's a bunch of rocks there or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's just a different texture. I'm going to use this as my palette knife. Why not? And I can draw a little bit with that, and maybe that's how I do some of those trees. And that's kind of cool, actually. Kind of cool. I'm just talking to myself because once I get going on this, it's just fun, and I just want to see what happens. And maybe I'll just put some trees that are happening in the distance back here. Smush it and lift a little bit. I would say that we have kind of a little scene going on down through there. And I'm going to mix these two together just so you can see the color that I get. That's not brown, that's not blue. It's a warm gray, and I can make it a little cooler gray by having the blue added. And I think I'll just go like that. Now I have some kind of a foreground going on in this snowfield or something, I don't know. What do you want it to be? It could be water, I guess. And this also could be some little texture going on here. I'm just picking up this color from the plate here, just to add a little texture that might be happening in here to kind of explain itself. And I don't want it to get it too busy. It should just look pretty natural. And I have to pull back. This is getting bigger. I'll pull back a little bit more. And you can see kind of what's going on here. And this is where I'm going to just use my brush, and I'm going to use a little bit of the you can use a little bit of this color that I have. I'm going to turn this upside down and use Mr. Gravity. And I think it would be kind of cool to have maybe a mountain going on here. So I'm going to do that, and there's my water. I wet that, and I'm going to let this kind of just drift down, if you can see that. I'm going to let it drift down to where I had this mountain going on back here. And if these trees are dry enough, it'll just go right through. They're almost dry enough. And I'm just going to blot the edge to soften it a taste and give a little illusion of clouds. So we're getting there, and I think it's time to just let it dry and see what happens. And geez, I forgot the thing I use the most is the salt that's happening. And it might be too late for that, but you'll get a lot of texture out of it. In fact, let's just see what happens down here. I'll make this, yeah, that's better. So we'll just salt this down here just to see what happens. Well, let's let that dry.